Hi, John Montgomery here from Fiat Club America. You can reach me at john@bensonfiat.com. Well, I wanted to update you on my little Fiat 500 pop project, this little home project here to fix the front end of a car that probably ought to be in the junkyard, but never say die. This vehicle here is a 2012 Fiat 500 pop. It's got 58,178 miles on it. And as you can see, there's been some significant progress. It's got a new hood, which is a donor hood from a parts car. It has a new radiator surround. If you remember that, it was all bent up. The crash bar in the front, the big horizontal bar, that was all bent up. And also the radiator needed to be replaced because it was pretty bent up. But I was able to save the AC condenser. If you notice, it's got a little bit of damage there on the right hand side, but believe it or not, it's not leaking, so it's still holding freon, so I decided to go ahead and use it. I never even disconnected the system. I just worked around it, put the radiator in behind it into the frame assembly, and there you go. If it's working, don't fix it, so we don't have to pay for an AC recharge. There's the front nose. It's getting ready to be painted, and this is a nice Kappa certified nose piece. It has some tape on the bottom so that you get that little black weather stripping on there, so I'm just going to leave that in place. And everything else is on. The fender is now on. That's another Kappa certified fender, and it seems to go in there just fine. There's now enough door gap in there so you can open the door, and nothing is scraping. Remember, probably in the last video, we couldn't even open the door on this more than about a quarter of the way without it hitting. So that's all straightened out. The inside's looking pretty good. I cleaned it up a little bit. It's not final clean, but it's pretty decent. As you can see, I have to fix that armrest. That is probably going to be in the next video. I can do that for a very inexpensive amount of money as long as you got the pieces and it's still on there. So this car is starting to shape up pretty good. Basically, it is just a basic pop. It's just an automatic with the AC and nice radio. But you know what? Today's times, it's not so bad to get 36, 38 miles to the gallon and recycle a car. Everybody wants to do the right thing and recycle. Why can't we do it with automobiles? So that's what I'm doing. This car has many more miles to go on it. So we'll go ahead and get the little door dings and scratches taken care of when it's at the paint shop. They'll blend in the fender, repaint that hood. Let me show you under the hood while we're at it. This engine bay, of course, has cleaned up pretty good. There's no damage or anything like that. Everything's good. It rides down the road perfectly straight. As you can see, I had to put some donor brackets in here, and so on the left and right hand side there's 3 bolts, 10mm on the lower side and then 2 on the top side to locate that hood. But if you notice, I've cleaned out this little cavity down here. These get full of leaves underneath that valence panel, and down here, if you notice, you can see that little drain. That is one of 2. There's another one about 6 inches to my right underneath the wiper motor, and you want to make sure those are cleaned out. You can pop them out and clean them and pop them back in by going from the top down. They just sort of sit on there and pop in, so I would highly recommend you doing that. You do not want to get water in the cabin on these cars. So anyhow, everything else looks pretty good. There's your new radiator support right there, and a donor car hood latch assembly. The other one got bent a little bit, but anyhow, I'm very pleased with it, and everything seems to line up pretty good once the hood fully closes. So I've pulled the fender liners out in order to not get overspray on them. So we'll put those in as soon as the car comes back from the from the painting. So painting is the next step. As you can see, it's got a couple scratches and stuff. That may have been from the accident, I don't know. But hopefully this will be taken care of, and the car will look almost new. So I'm very pleased with it, and I hope whatever project you're working on with your Fiat, you'll stay with it. This car deserves to live another day, so I think it's gonna do it. There's my 2013 Abarth right there with the Barani wheels. It's got 67,000 miles on it. It runs like a top. And then I also have another one. I have a 2012 pop right here. That is a beautiful little car. It's got, you know, the 17-inch alloy wheels, trailer hitch, spare tire kit, and the really nice little side stripe that I added to spiff it up a little bit. It's got leather seats from a donor car on it, so that's a great little vehicle, and it gets 40 miles to the gallon. So anyhow, well, I hope your project is going well, and if you need to reach me, just check me out, john@bensonfiat.com, and check out Fiat Club America. If you go to their website, you can sign up as a member for free for a year and get the magazines. It's very entertaining. Next year we'll be up north and doing our Fiat Freakout show, so you can read all about it at fiatclubamerica.com. All right, well, have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Take care, and look for the next installment. This is number 3, so we'll probably have a 4 and 5, and we'll get this project completed and head on down the road. Take care. Ciao.